to my channel. If you are new here, thanks for joining, and if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. I know it's been a while. I have not made any videos, I feel like, in forever. I've just had so much going on within these past few months. Actually, this past year, like 2024, has been by far the busiest year of my life. So many changes have been happening, and I'm gonna update you guys real soon. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about clinical advice for rad tech students. So whether you are currently a radiologic technology student, if you're thinking about getting into the field of radiology, or if you're already a radiology student and you are currently going through clinicals, I just wanted to come and give you guys some advice on how to survive clinicals 101. So in this video, I'm just going to be giving you guys some tips. Take notes. Feel free to use what you feel is applicable to you in your situation or not. But I just want to give you guys my advice and what helped me get through clinicals, because I am a registered radiologic technologist and I've been doing it for over a year now. So I know how it is. Being a student can be hard, and I want you guys to succeed and thrive, make it through the program, graduate, and get the jobs that you love. So without further ado, let's get into the tips. So tip number one would be to listen to the text and do the exams how they like it. I know this can be hard sometimes because everybody does things differently. You may learn something in school taught by your professors and clinical instructors one way, and then you get to the hospital and the tech does it a completely different way. That's fine. I would say just try to absorb as much information as you can from each person that's teaching you, and then use what you feel is best for you. But when working directly with the techs, just listen to them. Don't argue, don't fight with them, don't try to tell them that they're wrong and this is the right way to do it. Unless it's detrimental to the patient's health, then of course you want to say something. But if it's just they do things a little differently than the way you were taught or the way you prefer to do things, just listen to what they have to say and try it out, because you never know, you might actually like their way of doing things better. And I've seen too many times like a tech kind of talking bad about a student, or just drama, all because the student wanted to do things their way and not that particular tech's way. And I mean, I know it kind of sucks. Like, I feel like everyone should just be open. If you want to do things a certain way, you should be able to. But some people are just stubborn and stuck in their ways. So if you want to survive clinicals, make sure to listen to the text and just do what they say. This kind of goes into tip number two, which is be open to learning new things. I know it's hard, you know, when you learn things a certain way in school, like I said, but you'd be surprised. Like, working in the hospital versus going to radiology school, it's a huge difference. Like, a lot of stuff you learn in school, you may not necessarily use in the radiology field. A lot of stuff that you learn in the hospital, you may not even learn in school. Like, I'm learning positions right now that are not in the textbook, not in my little radiology positioning handbook, and it's stuff I've never even heard of, but I'm learning from text, and the images are actually coming out good. So just be open-minded to learning new things, taking notes, and don't be so stuck and focused on what's in the textbook. So tip number three is gonna be try to keep yourself busy. Don't be the student that just sits around and just waits for somebody to approach them and ask them. Though, you want to be up, you want to be active, you want to be engaging. Ask the techs if you can help them, if you can participate in certain exams, because the worst that they can do is say no, you know. But if you're just sitting there and you're not doing nothing, you're not getting your money's worth, you're not getting these exams that you will need in order to finish from the program. So you want to make sure that you're getting up, and even if there's nothing to do, there's always something to do. Look around, clean up, restock the rooms. Just try to make yourself look busy even if it's not busy, because you never want to be the student that is deemed as lazy because I've heard people talk bad about people, and word spreads fast in radiology. Like, it can go from tech to your clinical instructor to the manager to the director, and you don't want that. Like, you want to be the good student, especially if you potentially want a job at that facility. Then you want to make sure that you're engaging in the exams and that you're just up and active and not considered lazy. So tip number 4 would be to make sure that you show up on time when you're scheduled and avoid calling in sick. Now, if you're really sick, then of course you can't make it. You gotta call in. You don't want to get other people sick, and you don't want to just be there half-ass doing it. So if you're really sick, obviously you gotta call in sick. But if it's something that you can take medication for or whatever, just try your best to show up and show up on time, because I think you have a certain amount of days that you can miss per semester, or at least in our program we can only miss a certain amount of days per semester. Then you have to either make up those days, or if you don't make them up, then you won't meet the requirements that you need in order to graduate. So just make sure that you're showing up on time and you're showing up when you're scheduled. This also helps, like when you're going to find a job. Let's say you want to work at that hospital. If you called in a lot, then of course the manager and director is gonna choose your classmate. Even if you're more qualified and you have more skills, they're gonna choose the person who showed up to work and showed up on time over you. So you just want to make sure that you're on top of it. Okay, so tip number 5 would be to make sure that you're wearing your uniform in the appropriate clothing. Now, in our radiology program, we had to pay for our uniform. It sucks because there's already so much stuff you have to pay for. You have to pay for your classes, parking, textbooks, and then on top of that, you also have to pay for your uniform. But you want to make sure that you purchase enough uniforms to get you through the week or the days that you have clinical, because during the program you don't want any conflicts, any problems. You want to be that student who shows up on time, dressed appropriately, and ready to go. So just make sure that you wear your uniform, and if necessary, I would say bring an extra uniform with you just in case. You know, you may spill something, you may get dirty and need to change, which I'm sure at that point they'll be more understanding because at least you came dressed appropriately. But just in case, like if you need to bring a backup uniform, bring one, but just make sure you come dressed and ready. This also ties into tip number 6, which is to buy enough scrubs to last you. So in the beginning of the program, they'll usually tell you what days you'll have clinicals. Some people have them 5 days a week, some people have them 2, 3, 4. It varies from program to program. But depending on how many days a week you have clinicals, you want to make sure that you have enough scrubs. It helps if you have a washer and dryer at home, then obviously you can just wash. But if you don't, then you want to make sure you have enough and you're coming and your clothes are clean, fresh, showered, smelling good, and you just want to be on top of it. Tip number 7 would be to take notes. This is very important because you are learning so much in clinicals. You're learning stuff that you may not have even learned in the program yet. So you want to make sure to take notes, write down passwords, write down tips from the text that you'll get during the exams. I used to keep a little notebook with me. Let me actually show you guys. So this is a notebook that I actually purchased from Target, and it's super convenient because it's small. It fits right in my scrub top pocket, my scrub bottom pocket, my backpack, my book bag. So you want to make sure that you get a notebook and you take notes. And of course you're a student, so you're still learning, and it's okay to ask questions, but you don't want to be that student that keeps asking the same question over and over and over again, because then the tech may think you're not listening or you're not paying attention. So you want to make sure to write notes and refer to your own notes before asking the person the same question over and over again. Tip number 8 would be to don't take things personal. Now, everyone's different. Everyone has different personalities, different ways that they treat and talk to people. I actually did have a problem with one of the techs. I felt like he was kind of bullying me. And then after talking to my program director about it, I found out that a lot of students, even in the past, have had problems with this tech. And he said he even feels bullied by the tech sometimes. So just try not to take things personal. You know what I mean? You're there to get your hours, to get your criteria and requirements so that you can graduate. You may not ever see this person again after the program. Like the tech that I felt like was kind of bullying me, I've never seen him again a day in my life. I don't think about him. He's out of sight, out of mind. So try not to take things personally, even from patients. You know what I mean? Like people are coming in the hospital sick, broken bones. They may be thinking about how they're gonna pay their hospital bill, how they're gonna, you know, they may not have any more sick days to take off work, and they have families to take care of. So not everyone's gonna be in a good, cheerful mood. Sometimes people may give you certain vibes, certain attitudes that you may not like, and it may bring you down. But just try not to take things personal. Just remember the bigger picture and the overall goal and why you're there in the first place. All right, so tip number 9, which is gonna be the last tip, is don't be afraid. I know it can be scary and intimidating going into the actual hospital. You're not a rad tech, you're just a student, and you're gonna be doing some work, okay? Like the hospitals and places that I went to, the techs had us working, and it can be scary, especially when you're first starting out and you don't know anything or you don't know much. It's your first time there. But don't be afraid. Just jump in, you know, listen to the tech, and you want to get those exams in, you want to get the practice in, especially as a student. And as a student, you're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but that's okay, because the best time to make a mistake is as a student. Because once you're a tech and you're employed, you're now held responsible for those mistakes, and it can cost you your job. So you want to make sure that you're engaged, you're learning, you're practicing, and you're getting your money's worth while you're in this program, because it is detrimental. All right guys, so that is it. Those are all of my tips for radiology clinicals. If you're in school, good luck to you. I wish you nothing but the best. You can do it. Don't give up. Try your best. That, I feel like at the end of the day, that's all we can really do, is try our very best, and you will get through it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I will talk to you guys soon.